The hope was that we would disseminate to the wider university a model for curriculum design that not only covered the design model itself, but also highlighted the benefits of grounding the design process in a positive and active working relationship between professional services and academic teams.
The University of Exeter launched Project Enhance to support the delivery of modules in the academic year 2020-21. Steph and I were very involved in the development of the learning design model, which sits at the centre of Project Enhance, and there is no doubt that our involvement in the bootcamp heavily influenced this piece of work. As we began to apply the Co-Design S framework to Caroline's criminal law module, it became apparent that this activity would inform our wider institutional work. Exeter Enhance incorporates 4 elements which are derived from the Co-Design S green and blue activities. Self-directed work. Students acquire knowledge through mini lectures, podcasts, set reading, or perhaps narrated PowerPoints. They then widen that knowledge, moving to a more independent stance by analysing, comparing, and critiquing.
So as Karen has shared, we did go through quite a process of transformation at Exeter in how we approach blended and online delivery at the university. And that was something I don't think any of us could have imagined when we started at the bootcamp. In terms of how this impacted our experience taking part in the bootcamp, it's very much been a double-edged sword. So I guess as for everyone here, there have been difficulties, barriers. It's been a challenging time personally, whether that's with childcare or again, rural locations and internet access and speed.
The most profound effect for me of being part of this process of redesign was that I learned to speak a shared language of learning design. So this is a page from our VLE for criminal law before we started. And as you can see, it's very text heavy with support for my lectures, and the slides and the recordings are in a section with all the lectures in one long list. And there's more reading and activities for the seminar in the folder under Seminar 4. So this is the same material translated into the new design. And the key to the design was the Co-Design S's learning objectives for the week. Having to ask the question, where should the students have got to by the end of the week, was for me a really profound process. And it wasn't about just breaking materials down into a week rather than over a series of weeks. It was fundamentally moving the point of focus of learning design from the lecturer to the student, making the learning objectives explicit for them and rebalancing their activities. I think for me, just to echo what everyone said, I think the advantage of us being a team and the fact that the way that the universities work is very, very siloed. And so that there's professional services and then there's the academics, and we're not really almost encouraged to talk to each other. And the fact that we had this triumvirate already, I suppose, but the three of us, I was talking the other week, I do think that it is like the legs of a stool with us. I think that we hold each other up and that we help to create something between the three of us, because it wasn't just the TEL team or the academics. We needed to have the 3 parts. We needed to have Karen and all the learning design in that for it really to work. And I think that, as Steph said, what this has done was that it just allowed those and facilitated those partnerships, and where the university started to go, oh, actually, we do need to not have the Chinese wall between professional services and academic services anymore.